what I learned by accident is going to make things easier for you. And the reason why I am doing this is because I realized that there were so many women that needed my help. I did a dating experiment where I went on over 100 dates in a little over 3 months. I interviewed over 4,000 men, women, and couples. And then I studied the science because I graduated pre-med biology. Like I said, I was supposed to be a doctor. So I graduated pre-med biology, and I knew if I could figure out the formula, like what is the formula for increasing my options of high quality men. I didn't want, like, first of all, I was already doing life at the highest level. I'm not going to get somebody who can't meet my lifestyle, who's not in my tax bracket. That is absolutely not what I was trying to do. Like, I wanted to increase my options of attracting wealthy, successful men who could up-level me, not bring me down. So I knew that if I could figure out the science for how to trigger a man to want to pursue me, to want to commit to me, to want to fall in love with me, then I can increase my options of attracting that kind of man. And at the end of my dating experiment, I have been married for 12 years now with my romantic best friend. He is the reason why I'm here, because even though I've been helping women for 2 decades, I worked in pharmaceutical sales, like I told you. Like, I wasn't planning on doing this. And then I had a lot of women that were emailing me and asking me for my help. And so I was doing pharmaceutical sales while I also did this on the side. And then when my company discriminated against me, it was my husband. Listen to me, y'all, because this is how a high value man will move. When he sees that you have a dream, when he sees that you have a gift, then he's going to be the kind of man that's going to encourage you to step into your gift and dream. So when my company discriminated against me and he seen me also working my business on the side, he said, F your company. Like, here's the money. I will pay up all the bills for a year. Because if y'all are like me, you don't want to have to worry about, bills. So my husband paid up the bills for a year. Then he invested the rest of the money that he already had saved into my business. And he was like, baby, I got us. Go work your business. And now we've created and built a multi-million-dollar business because I figured out the formula that I want to teach you, that triggered my man to be so into me that he was willing to empty out his entire 401k and his savings in order to fund my dream. So you as a woman are bringing a lot of value to the table, and you deserve to have a man who's going to be able to add value to you mentally, emotionally, physically, and financially. So as we jump into this conversation, and we all are touching and agreeing that in the year of 2025, moving into the year of 2026 of the Lord, that we shall declare that every single last one of you shall attract a man who is so madly in love with you and who owns a plane, okay? And who owns a savings account, and who can actually pour into you, and who can actually support you in fulfilling your dream, where you're not having to just work because you have to work, but you're doing what it is that makes you happy because you have a real man behind you that is supporting you, that is rooting for you, and that is cheering you on. Now, I thought when I accidentally discovered with my dating experiment, I discovered that there were 2 types of men, and that no matter what you look like, no matter what your age was, no matter what your size was, no matter how many kids you had, that you can literally trigger any man to be into you. And y'all, listen to me. Oh my God, this was so exciting to me. Like, it's one thing to trigger a Build-A-Bear to be into you. I don't know about you, but that's not very exciting, and that doesn't get you any brownie points. But to trigger a man who is actually high vibrational, a man who is successful and wealthy and who is into you, like, that's a whole different kind of experience. So as I was going through my dating experiment of going on over 100 dates, like, I was taking notes, I was trying different things, I was saying certain things, I was showing up a certain kind of way. And what I realized, ladies, there's literally a step-by-step formula for magnetizing the high-value elite men. And these men are the men who are in their masculine energy. Now, this is what I want to ask you, okay? And I really want you to be honest with yourself, because I think as women, we aren't honest with ourselves for multiple reasons. What do you want? Because I'm going to tell you about a client who was on the live just like you are, and she was extremely successful as a doctor. She already had the house that was worth over $2 million that was already paid for. She already had the life. She already had the things. But when I asked on the live, what do you want? She honestly could not answer that question. So I'm going to start off with asking you, ma'am, what do you want? Okay, now listen to me. The first mistake is that you don't know what you want. And when you don't know what you want, you're going to attract exactly what you don't want. You're not going to be prepared. You're not energetically aligned to attract what it is that you really want. But here's the problem. The reason why many of you don't know what you want is because you don't really know who you are. Because the version that you think you are isn't the version that you really are. The version that you think you are is based on your love blocks. It's based on a lie that you have told yourself. And now here's the unpretty truth that I discovered when I was going through my dating experiment. I attracted all kinds of amazing men, and I attracted trash, and I attracted amazing men who were wealthy, and then I attracted broke trash. Now, before I did what I'm getting ready to tell you guys that you will need to do if you want to attract that wealthy man, who's not just wealthy because if all he has is money, he's broke in every way that matters. But I mean a wealthy man who is fun, faithful, and will love your heart forever. The kind of man that will have your back. The kind of man who will be 3 times into you. Because ladies, listen, if your mother didn't tell you, write this down. When you meet your soulmate, he will, okay, not maybe, not should, he will be 3 times into you than you are into him. He will see you as a prize, because when a man finds a prize, he has found a good thing, so he's going to see you as a prize. So write it down, ma'am. He will love you. My soulmate will love me 3 times more than I love him. And that's the way it needs to be in order for this man to make you happy. But if you don't know who you are, if you're not clear because you're dealing with the love blocks that have you believing the lie that you're not good enough, that you're not worthy, that men are going to cheat on you because of whatever story you told yourself about yourself, then now you have become a magnet to the men that you don't want, the men who are incapable of truly loving and appreciating you. You are a magnet to that. So you're going to keep attracting that kind of man. So let me tell you about the doctor that I was telling you about. So the doctor, she came to me and she kept attracting narcissists. She kept attracting the raggedy-ass men. She already had her house paid for. She was doing life and very successful and very wealthy. However, like for whatever reason, she kept attracting the kind of men that she had to pay for, the kind of men that would cause her to lose money. And by the time she came to me, she was just sick and tired of being sick and tired. From her doing exactly what I'm teaching you right now, clearing her love blocks, activating that feminine energy, and going through our 7-step love success formula, this woman went from attracting broke Build-A-Bears all the time to attracting a man who owns a plane. This man owns a plane. He bought her a car in 5 months. The same way men were buying me cars and houses and trips and shopping sprees when I did my dating experiment, she was getting the same results following step by step what it is that I taught her. And then he proposed to her in 10 months. Ladies, you have been lied to about dating. You have been told that you need to show a man why he should choose you. You have been told that you need to be flirty, that you need to be the one to shoot in your shot. You have been told that you need to get a matchmaker or be on the online dating sites. You have been told that you need to be a black or a blue cat or a brown dog or a cupcake. I don't know, ma'am. You've been told a lot of things that simply aren't true and don't work with dating. It doesn't. As a matter of fact, the advice that's out there is so bad for you and has been sabotaging many of you that a lot of the advice actually triggers men to do the opposite. It triggers them to just want to use you, triggers a man to treat you like an object, triggers him to keep you around dangling the carrot just enough that he will marry you, but he's not into you. And if he does marry you, he's still really not married to you. It wasn't you, but your friend was married, but she wasn't married. So then you have a lot of women, you just running around, y'all reading hundreds of books, you're watching all kinds of YouTube and TikTok videos, and you sitting there listening to 1,000 different people telling you 1,000 different things. That is literally having you waste more time and be more frustrated in the dating game, because what you're doing, this idea that you have that you need to stress a man out and that you need to play games and that you need to do these things and demand dinner because anything else is low effort. Like, all of these ideas are literally triggering you to not get what it is that you want.